Welcome back to my channel, fam. So I saw this comment by Nkwocha Leona asking how I made this pattern, and I decided to make a video of how this pattern is created from the beginning to the end. So make sure you watch this video to the end so you see how I created this pattern. Okay, now first thing I like to do is to draw a straight line. Okay, now the width of this pattern is 4 cm, and we are going to be making use of 3 different straps for this particular slides. Okay, so you go ahead and measure 4 cm width, okay, with your measuring tape, after which you draw with your ruler. Here I'm taking the measurements of the second strap, okay, the pattern for the second strap, and the width is still 4 cm. All right, so go ahead and measure 4 cm just like I'm doing in the video right now. It's that simple. Now to determine the length of the strap, okay, you just have to make sure that whatever size you are working on, make sure that you measure the length that will be able to go under the feet. Okay, you measure the length in such a way that you will have allowance for the leather that will go under the feet. I don't know if that makes sense. Now the length I used for the first pattern is 30 cm, while for the second pattern the length I used is 19 cm, so take note of that. Now the size of the slides I worked with here is 43. I worked with size 43, but I think this particular pattern works, it will work perfectly for size 42 to 44. So in case you're a beginner watching this video, just take note of that. Okay, here I'm taking the measurements of the third strap, and the width is still 4 cm just like the other 2 straps. Okay, and the length I used is 23 cm. Now for that particular pattern, one end is not going to be going under the feet. Okay, we only need the other end of it to go under the feet, that is the top part of it to go under the feet, but the downward part of the pattern won't be going under the feet. Okay, it will be attached to the second strap. I hope that makes sense. Now from the end of the pattern, which is the downward part, that's the one towards the instep region, right, measure 9 cm from that point. That is what I just did now. Okay, now if you place your ruler, or rather your measuring tape, from the top of the pattern, it is going to measure 14 cm. So either way, is either you place it from the top of the pattern and measure 14 cm, or you place it from the end of the pattern and measure 9 cm. From the 9 cm point, okay, measure a width of 1 cm from both ends of the strap. Okay, and let the width of 1 cm meet the end of the strap. I'm sure you can see clearly what I'm doing in the video, so I'm just trying to explain so that you understand it better. Now the line I'm drawing right now, okay, it's measuring 2.5 cm Okay, from that 9 cm mark, you measure 2.5 cm. Okay, and that is where we are going to be slanting the line. So use your ruler and draw slanted lines just like I'm doing in the video. See, this pattern is very simple. Just follow the steps just like I've done in this video. You may need to watch it like 2 or 3 times. Once you follow the step, you will get exactly the pattern. Finally, for the end of the strap, I'm making use of my super glue cover. Okay, to get the curve, you can use your hand and draw a freehand sketch of a curve. Okay, but I'm using my super glue cover to get the curve. Now the point I'm marking right now is the point we are going to be fixing the end of the strap to the second strap. That's the end of the third strap to the second strap. Okay, so we use thread. If you watch the video on my channel, you're going to understand that better. So the measurement I used there is 1.5 cm length and 0.4 cm for both ends. Okay, 0.4 cm width for both ends. Then after which I used a pin, an office pin, just to make 2 holes at both ends. Okay guys, it's time to cut the pattern. Okay, just watch this point carefully to see how I cut the pattern. All right, and please, if you have any questions concerning this video or any other videos that I've made on this channel, feel free to drop it on the comment section. Okay, or if you have any video that you want me to create, okay, feel free to drop it on the comment section. I will definitely work on that. All right. Okay guys, so this is the way this pattern is going to look like, right? So that's just basically the pattern. That's just the pattern. So if you watch the tutorial of how I made the slides, you are going to see how it's made. So make sure you check that video in case you've not seen it, to see how I made the slides. All right, so guys, if you've watched this video to this point, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. I will appreciate your support. Please share this video to your friends and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll see you in another video. Bye.